Property taxes. I do want to have a conversation about this because I'm not going to throw Chicago under the bus, but I do want to have a conversation about one of the reasons why people are choosing to leave Illinois and Chicago. Property taxes. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. And I'm going to explain to you why they up.
We begin with some new finger pointing over soaring property tax bills in the suburbs.
Tia Ewing's been tracking this story from the very beginning.
I said, well, how come the first installment I got the exemption, and this one, I don't have it. And she told me, we don't have a record of you ever filing the form, which I filed every year.
John Tennyson is a Vietnam vet declared 100% disabled by the VA. He showed me his previous tax bill for his home on Lunt Avenue in Chicago.
You know, $6,200 tax bill is insane for a lot of these properties that you look at in Chicago. And this has actually happened across the country, but the tax rates in Illinois is insane, bro. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He was actually the manager of a rapper, a really well-known rapper, and he lived in Chicago. The actual manager lived in Chicago. Maybe not the rapper, but the manager lives in Chicago, right? And I was talking to him, and he was like, yo, Ton, it's insane out here, bro. It's insane out here, bro. And I was like, what you mean? He said, man, I got a $10,000. He said, my property ain't even that expensive. He said, man, I'm paying over $10,000 and $12,000 a year in taxes and property taxes alone for the summertime. I was like, I said, wait, what? I said, property taxes, is that insane? I can understand if you live in somewhere like Texas, because a lot of the times the property taxes offset what they're not charging you in income taxes. And I don't necessarily rock with the property taxes and the property tax rates that's going on in Texas, Nashville, even Vegas, Nevada, Florida. Property taxes is insane in a lot of those places. But for a place like Chicago, to have property tax bills like this means that you basically still renting. You're still renting. Even if you pay your property off, and this is in addition to whatever you're paying for your mortgage, interest rates, all of that, you're still renting for the rest of your life. And if you don't pay it, they could take your property and sell it at auction in order to be able to get their tax money.
I
just want to highlight on this paper, you can see the row of zeros under 2022.
Now it's over $6,200, and he's pleading for help. Tennyson isn't the only one.
So my taxes are every 3 months, $3,402.86.
Every 3 months, her taxes is $3,400 a month. Family, that's more than $13,000 a year. For a regular property, over $13,000 a year in property taxes? Man, get on out of here with that junk, bro. Hell no. Hell no. And you know what the worst part about it is? It's still going to continue to go up. It's still going to continue to go up.
And I live in Steger, Illinois.
My taxes are $10,500, and I live in Flossmoor, Illinois.
And our taxes are $10,100.
Look at that regular house. That is a regular, normal, pretty, clean, beautiful, everyday house. That is not a beachfront crib. That ain't some high rise. That ain't none of that. That is a regular home, and these people are being driven out of their cribs because they cannot afford the property taxes in the places that they live at.
$82, and I live in Orland Park.
My taxes is $11,029.41, and I live in Matson, Illinois.
I Zoomed with 5 homeowners.
Let me look at this. Well, it's not fair because that's just a piece of land. So this piece of land, that's not fair for me to say this. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all the blueprint. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as a piece of print to the top of the chat. The piece of land, now this goes without the actual, whatever. This is a piece of land, the property taxes that I got for winter. $249. Oh, man. Let me look at some of this. I didn't know we was going to be doing this. I just got a whole bunch of property tax bills, Not that one. I just got a whole bunch of property tax bills recently. It's pretty crazy that this is happening. Here's a pink one. Property taxes. And this is one of the really, really nice suburbs of Detroit. And you can go and look it up. You can Google it right now. This is what my property taxes. And I keep telling y'all need to get up out of these certain cities. You can see it. It says summer. So you see where it says summer 2024? Amount due, $1,200. Summer 2024, amount due, $1,200. Let me see if I can find another one for y'all. You can look up West Bloomfield and see how nice it is. See if I can find another one for y'all. I need to dump my book bag. That's what I need to do. Is this one? All right. Anton don't own no properties. All right, here's a better one. Summer 2024. I'll give you this one. I don't want y'all to see the parcel ID number or nothing like that. Total. That's it, $3,900. That's it. So I don't know what's going on in a lot of these cities. I don't know what's going on in a lot of these places, but Illinois got some crazy property taxes. You got to go where you can afford to live. You got to get involved with your legislative branches. A lot of y'all keep saying, Anton, it don't matter what we vote. This is one of the exact reasons why it matters how you vote. Local elections affect you more than national elections. Local elections affect you more than national elections. So when I tell y'all, listen, you got to participate in your legislative branches. You got to know who the people are that's determining what your millages are, what your property taxes are, what's happening all across the board. You can't keep voting the same way, expecting different results, knowing that you're going to get leadership that don't help you.
Mostly in the south suburbs.
I was at zero. I had the senior exemption for the last 3 billings or however they do it. Okay, this is all together. One bombshell dropped on me for the second installment. It's $2,530.
All of them are dealing with increased property taxes in Cook County. 1/3 of the nearly 2 million properties are missing exemptions on their tax bills. Others feel their properties were reassessed incorrectly.
A lot of people ask me, how am I able to keep my rent so low for the people that rent to me? Well, I'm able to minimize the cost because I don't have to pass those over to the consumers because I outright own the properties. And then the only things that I'm paying for is the property taxes and then any repairs that may happen. But because my renters are willing to take care of all of the repairs and they're not worried about that, then I just cover the property taxes. I minimize the amount that they have to pay in rent. And so they don't have to get kicked out and we continue to be happy people. Now they never, ever move out of my property. They're incentivized to take care of it. And I don't have to be dealing with somebody that's a problem tenant. They live there forever. Literally, I've never had a tenant move out. I've never increased the rents on any of my tenants once they agree to a rate, which means that I have to make a strategic decision as a business owner to what is this long-term going to look like and anticipate costs later. And then everybody is happy. That's how you minimize the amount of money that you're charging your tenants instead of trying to squeeze them for every single dollar. I want them to take care of the property. I'm going to minimize the cost for you. I'm going to pass that savings on to the consumer. Now you don't have to worry about whether or not you can afford to live wherever it is that you're going to live.
Have come to assessor offices across Cook County, hoping to get issues resolved. So far, for tax year 2023, 12,240 certificate of errors have been issued. At least 4,000 of those were for land values being incorrect. Corrections can be made in person on the spot.
Look at all those people there.
I sat down with Fritz Kagi, the Cook County assessor, to get some answers.
The Cook County Board Review, they reduced commercial properties by $1 billion, leading to commercial bills coming down dramatically for folks like Walmart and Home Depot, while their residential neighbors' bills are going up in a huge way. Cuts like that added 4 percentage points of the tax burden on the homeowners, leaving them with more burden than they had before. That's why their bills, largely in the south suburbs, went up more than the levies that are levied on them by school districts and homeowners, and I'm super concerned about that.
Kagi gave real examples of big tax reductions for big business.
In Cicero, there's a Walmart that had its tax bill fall by $250,000. That's basically the size of several hundred.
Y'all want to know, because I'll go in a deeper dive into how I run my rental properties and how I'm able to keep tenants. Why I've never had a problem with anybody paying their rent on time. Sometimes they be late like a week or so, but I don't really care about that. I've never charged my tenants a late fee. I've never had any problems. I can have a live stream. I can do a live stream about that separately inside of the Patreon for the bag chasers, about how to keep tenants, how to price your properties, because the way I've already released the video inside of the Patreon. So for the bag chasers, make sure you go and watch that video of what I break down as far as the 3 ways that people tend to make money when it comes to real estate, as far as investing in single family homes and individual properties in real estate, and the way that I make money when it comes to real estate and how I'm leveraging that strategy in order to prevent myself from paying more taxes to the federal government legally. I will do a live stream, or I can do a video where I break down exactly how I screen my tenants, what my strategy is in order to keep them there, how I keep them happy, why I never have any problems. I've never had to evict anyone. I could do a whole breakdown of that inside of the Patreon. Make sure y'all tap into the bag chasers. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And everybody is happy. I'm happy. They happy. I don't worry about nothing. I never have to go over there. Maybe once every 3 months, I'll drive by in order to check on the properties and stuff like that. So we can go over that. I can give y'all my real estate strategy when it comes to that.